Topic here is second market period essay topics. So I'm just going to be going through each one. Feel free to skim through the screencast to identify the section that pertains to the research topic you are addressing. Anyway, we're going to start here. What was the sexual revolution? So remember, you can pick one of these two options here. If you're going to answer the question, what was the sexual revolution? How did 1950 social female expectations result in new advocacy groups? So here we're going to put witches, now, and we'll just put a question mark for others. So for this essay, you want to first probably identify or define what the sexual revolution was, and then give me some examples of the sexual revolution. The end goal is that sexual revolution changed the way society viewed sexuality, and this would have some consequences for marriage as well as for women. Understanding the sexual revolution would also impact later decades, especially events like Roe v. Wade. So there's a series of events that are taking place during the sexual revolution, and you're going to need to figure out what those events were and ultimately how they changed the conversation of sexuality in America. As for this one, I don't really think you have these advocacy groups without the sexual revolution. The sexual revolution leads to these groups emerging. So all you really need to do is figure out the expectations for women. You can actually start out with the four virtues, and that was a series of 1800 expectations for women, and then how these women advocacy groups challenged it. That's really all you need to do is figure out, what were the witches saying, what was Now saying, and any other women rights group, what were they doing, and how were they challenging the idea of what was expected of females. The next one, Civil Rights Movement, 1950s, can focus on only one. So not too difficult. We know that segregation exists. So what did any of these three groups do to challenge segregation and move us towards integration? You need to break these down. What exactly did the NAACP do? They challenged it in the courts, segregation. What did SCLC? Well, that's King's organization. And what did Brown 2 do? Well, Brown 2 is actually a response to Southern defiance with Brown versus Board of Ed. So you would have to go Brown versus Board of Ed, and then Southern defiance, and then how Brown 2 was passed because of the Southern defiance. Take a look at Civil Rights tab for that one. All right, homosexuality, Cold War, homophile movement, Knights of the Clock, Madison Society. Okay, so in the 1950s, identified gay men were kicked out of the military. That then led to gay rights activists creating an organization called Knights of the Clock, and eventually that would lead to Harry Hay establishing the Madison Society. Why were they concerned? Because gays were kicked out of the military. Why were gays kicked out of the military? They were viewed as people having a mental disorder and potentially presenting a risk to safety as well as U.S. Global interests. So you need to focus on homosexuality as a mental disorder. If you were to go to the first and second market period tabs and go to the bottom, you can find some sources and articles about the mental disorder, homosexuality in the military, and so that should be a pretty good starting point. Next one. So for this essay topic, you are comparing the GI to the silent generation. Focus on three differences or the reasons. So the GI gets its name somehow, and so does the silent generation. Well, how? What events were they encountering, and who actually gave them these labels is what you want to focus on here. And how did the events they're experiencing justify the unique label that was given to that particular group? That's all you need to do for this essay topic. Make sure you provide examples of how they got their name, as well as the unique experiences that that group encountered, that generation encountered. Second market period for cars. Why the 1950s was the golden age for the auto industry. So we start out in the 20s where we're starting to produce these cars, and now we see a craze over the V8 engine as well as the numerous options that were available. So I'm kind of addressing both of these right now, but you only need to figure out one. You can just write about the options. One of the options would definitely be the V8 motor, though, because Americans were concerned about speed. So the golden age for the auto industry, uh, the 1950s was the golden age. I mean, that was when the auto industry was at its peak. What caused it? What role did the V8 motor play? Or you could just focus on the numerous options. One example would be down here in the 20s, all of the Model Ts were in black. Now they're providing so many colors to try to get to the American consumer base and trying to get them motivated, interested in buying cars. Next up, computers. Hollerith machines. First thing you want to figure out is what this machine was about, and then you need to figure out the design or function of the computer. You want to figure out, like, how was that thing actually designed, or what was it used for. And when you do the research on the Hollerith machine and IBM, I'm sure you will be pretty amazed as to what the function of that and how the Nazis actually used it. So that's it. Either you're writing about how it was built, what was it, how did it work, function, or what was that used for? Focus on one of the two, and that's just one essay, either the function or the design of it. Arms race during World War II that led to odd weaponry and research. So by this point, we'll be looking at World War II. I mean, there's so much odd research. For example, you can do a search. I don't even know if I'm going to spell this right. The Glock. You can just, any weird technology. Keep in mind, I don't know if it's weird, but the nuclear bomb was also a new piece of weaponry. So you want to focus on the research that led to a creation of a weapon and how that was used and why that was used during World War II. And you can kind of go back and forth. For example, you could talk about the Allied side and what they're making, what the Germans and the Japanese were making, kind of just go back and forth. How humans use machines in the 50s to create goods. What changed from the 20s? So make sure you address that particular point. You're comparing the 1920s to the 1950s. How are you going to do that? I don't know. You better explain some 1920s. Give me some examples and then some 1950s examples. Shopping. Still simple. This one, you're still in the 1920s. You're looking at the palace of consumption and the rise of the department store. So for this essay, you want to look at the department store. There's an article on the website, I think, that addresses this. The palace of consumption, somewhere in there is the shopping. Charles Lindbergh, I think I skipped it. I know it's an article that I made a copy of. Movies. Department store shopping, right here. Shopping in the 1920s. So you're going to be writing about the rise of the department store, and now you're being asked to also talk about consumption or consumerism. Now we're out of terrorism. Now you're going to look at some attacks. So you want to look at the LA Times bombing, Andrew Kehoe, or the Wall Street bombing. So you're picking one of these three. And then you're just answering the question, was it an act of terrorism? Here you define terrorism, so you should know what that means. Now you need to give me the specifics of the LA Times bombing. So I want the details. And then I want to know, in your opinion, was it an act of terrorism, yes or no? You need to use the definition of terrorism. Say it was an act of terrorism or not, because it doesn't fit the criteria. And if you're using Whitman, once you figure out what Whitman did, answer the question as well. Was he a terrorist or someone suffering with mental illness? You need to use the definition of terrorism. Lack of U.S. involvement during the Holocaust. So you're pretty much doing the same thing that you did for Armenian genocide. You can go back to ProQuest and you look at the New York Times articles from World War II, from the 1940s, or you can write about the U.S. response to report about killing. Use documents from Washington. You want to go back to the website, genocide site, go to Holocaust section 2, and then you want to access some of the documents that are there. I believe it's in this one, perpetrators and bystanders. There's some documents that are in that section there. one of these files. I think it's in, no, here we go. This section. I think the slideshow kind of has some of it. So for these two essays, again, you're reporting on either what the New York Times reported or the documents, and what's in those documents that confirm or address the issues that you're being asked. How much did the U.S. know, and what was reported in the United States government about the killings? Let's move on to politics. How did the 1932 election lead to expansion of the federal government? So the argument here in the 1920s, we have the Depression, and we have the election of Roosevelt, of FDR, and he's the president during the Depression. So if, let's just say, this line here represents presidential power, the executive branch. Because of the Depression, the country's willing to pretty much do whatever it needs to do to try to get the country moving in a positive direction and resolve the Depression crisis. So the President of the United States starts sending a lot of legislation to Congress, and a lot of that legislation goes unchecked. And so the end result here is that the federal government, the executive branch, each line here is representing additional powers that they are obtaining. For example, the creation of the SEC, where they start to regulate the stock market. That's a change. What about Social Security? The government now getting involved in the lives of Americans, especially the elderly, by collecting additional money to set aside for the elderly. So it's about federal government expanding its power. And if you're writing about the JACL, well, the JACL is concerned about the 1920s immigration exclusion, and they are trying to get some of that legislation changed. So that's what you need to write about. How did this organization rise, come to power, and what were their issues, and how did they go about seeking change from the federal government? Revolutionary idea. What you want to do here is look at the work of Bertrand Russell and his 4-hour day in praise of idleness. It's as simple as finding his reading and then just writing about it. In praise of idleness, and focusing on that. What makes it a revolutionary idea? And that's it for that one.